Welcome to EnergizeUtv. This is a space for conscious conversation, grounded leadership, and embodied truth. I'm Angel Marie. Each episode delivers fresh perspectives, expert insight, and actionable strategies to help viewers elevate their energy, expand their potential, and live with greater purpose and vitality. This is not just a TV episode, it is a movement to awaken the world, raise collective consciousness, and inspire positive change. Welcome back to Energize You TV, where energy meets modern life. I'm Angel Marie, Activation Catalyst. Have you ever noticed that the moment you begin doubting your decisions is often the moment motivation shifts from internal to external? You know that every time I step into the Wrigley Mansion, I am reminded that space holds memory. Jamie's Wine Bar was once the mansion's private library, a place for study, reflection, and decision making. And within these walls are 11 crafted fireplaces, each uniquely crafted, not for decoration, yet for presence, warmth, and gathering. That is the lesson this space leaves with us. Confidence is born from clarity. When perception is clear, decisions become grounded. And when decisions are grounded, impact follows with ease. I love ease. So, thank you to Prosperity Media Network for producing and distributing Energize You TV and for helping these insights reach audiences across the globe. Our guest today is Melissa Hardin, a guide to leaders who understand that real success begins within. She works with entrepreneurs and large organizations through retreats, coaching, energy therapies, and advanced training in neurotherapy and quantum physics. I have known Melissa for over 2 decades, and I can say with certainty her presence integrating and mastering change rooms and lives. This week, we step into Ignite Your Confidence, clear decisions for high impact leaders. But you know what? Before we go any further in these insights, I want to ground us in something that's very essential. And energy is the foundation of everything we are about to explore. Now, Einstein said, and I quote, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to the other. You should think about that. Because once you have energy, and that's the hardest thing going right now, isn't it? Is everybody's talking about energy, and everything is energy, and energy is always moving. Energy is what it is connected. Even when we can see it or we can't see it, you can feel energy before you even think about it. You walk into a room and you feel the heaviness. You spend time with somebody that's kind of shattered or that's kind of overwhelmed, and all of a sudden you leave and you feel like you've been drained. That's energy. And that is energy in motion. And this is your biofield. Now, your biofield is what's around you. It's all the way around you. And it's the personal energy bubble, I call it. And I talk a lot about the field, the biofield, electromagnetic field, the quantum field. And you might be thinking, what is the field? It's the invisible energy that's all the way around you. It's electric. And this is because your body is electric. And it's the heart, the brain, and the nervous system. And that is what's putting that vibrational field out into the space around you. But did you know that the heart extends beyond the body? It is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. Ooh. So you're emitting energy, the emotions first. And that is coming from your heart. I really want you to get this because what you think about, you bring about. But when you're in your head, you're dead. But when you're in your heart, it's a 5,000 greater than the brain. So when you think about something, you're already emotionally connected through the heart. Ooh. And understanding that is that when you are taking that time to bring in the energies of what you really want in your life. So here it is. This is one of my things I give all my students, I give everyone, my clients, I even talk about it when I'm doing my training on energy. And that is, I want you to say with me, everything is easy. So no matter what it is, everything is easy. So say it with me. Everything is easy. My life is easy. I'm going to go do the laundry and it's easy. I'm going to go and do this presentation in this big project and it's easy. Do you see what's happening about the energy of easy? Thanks for playing with me. So let's talk today about motivation energy, because motivation energy is different than inspiration energy. So let's talk about that. And motivation is the spark. So we're going to take it out of the Shine On book. And I'm going to tell you about the quote. And the quote reads, motivation is the spark that pushes you to change your life. Just let that sit for a moment with you. Is it landing with you? Motivation is one of those words everyone thinks that they understand. Yet very few people actually stop to examine where it really comes from. You know, a lot of people think and believe that motivations come from the outside. And it's like, well, yeah, if I don't have enough clothes, well, that's kind of motivation from the outside. I need to do laundry. But yet, when things happen, like you have a deadline, you have the pressure, or from expectations from others, from someone telling you you should do it, who you should be, or how much potential you have. And sometimes what kind of motivation works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it works for a little while. Yet, if you are a high performer leader, an entrepreneur, a CEO, even if you're mama bear or papa bear, it doesn't matter where you're at, you already know this. External motivation does not last. It might get you started, it might get you moving, yet it won't what? It will not sustain you when things get hard. And it will not carry you through the moments when no one else is watching. Think about that one. Sometimes, right? Does that match your experience? It might. Have you ever noticed how pressure can move you forward? Until what? Suddenly it just doesn't. In the Shine On book, I talk about motivation as something very different. I talk about motivation as an internal force, something that raises from within you, something deeply personal, something that once activated changes how you move through challenges entirely. You may have heard this before, or this may be the first time you have ever really heard this in this way. Either way, just notice what comes up as you listen to it. I learned this lesson very early in my life. Within the first 2 weeks of my junior year at the University of Oklahoma, I was failing every class. 2 weeks in, right? And I just want to tell you, I was on a full ride scholarship for athletics. So everything about my future, my education, about being an athlete, my sense of identity, right, was all wrapped up in this opportunity. And suddenly it was all at risk. Because before I go any further, let me ask you something though. Have you ever had a moment where everything you worked for felt like it could just